Hi, I'm Joni Hilton, your YouTube mom. One of you wrote in and asked if I would make a video about what herbs you should have on hand. You didn't specify if you wanted to talk about fresh herbs or dried herbs, so I'm going to do both. And I'm going to tell you how to kind of get into cooking with herbs and how to work with this, because it's a wonderful way to season and jazz up the food that you're making without putting in things that we know aren't good for us, like salts and sugars. These impart all kinds of wonderful flavors, give kind of a gourmet touch to even just scrambled eggs. So here are some really key herbs I want you to look into. Now, the first thing, though, you need to remember is don't just grow herbs because these are the ones I told you to. Choose the ones you really like. For example, not everybody likes dill. This is some fresh dill, but not everybody likes it. Basil is a really basic, common, and popular herb. It's in a lot of Italian cooking, a lot of other cooking too. And these I snipped out of my garden. It's still early in the year, but I have planted my herb garden, and a few of them are looking pretty fluffy and good. So those are the ones I'm going to show you fresh. But basil is a fabulous herb to grow. Let me just also say, all herbs need a lot of sunshine. So if you're in a shady area and you have microclimates around your home that are all shady, you're not going to be able to grow herbs very well. They need a lot of sun. But even a sunny windowsill or a balcony can work in pots if you're in an apartment. So the deal with basil, when you clip basil, you take off the stems. And I feel the same way about spinach or anything with a stem. Get that stem off of there. You just want the pretty leaf. You wash them, of course. And you know, you can make caprese salad just with some basil, some mozzarella, a slice of tomato, a drizzle of balsamic, maybe a little cracked pepper, and you've got caprese salad. So, so great. Wonderful, chopped up. If you're using your herbs in cooking, you will need twice as much if they're fresh, because the dried herbs are a little more concentrated. So if it calls for a teaspoon of dried, you're going to need maybe even a tablespoon of fresh. But it's so delicious, and it's so great if you can use fresh ones. This is cilantro, and it's in a lot of Asian food. It's in a lot of Mexican food, and it's delicious and fabulous. You can throw it in a salad, but it's fun to grow. And let me just tell you, when cilantro goes to seed, which means you haven't trimmed it and you've allowed the blossoms to bloom, it's actually a pretty little flower you can put in flower arrangements. Same with oregano. So if you forget to trim it and they start blooming, you can at least do that. This is parsley. This is standard parsley, but you can get Italian flat leaf parsley. All of these are actually fairly easy to grow. Now, here are some dried ones I like. Oh, well, this is a whole nutmeg. If you are used to using powdered nutmeg in, say, snickerdoodles or cookies or pumpkin bars, you're going to be stunned at the difference in flavor from a fresh nutmeg that you grate. And these others are, let's see, this one is some thyme over here. This one I can't remember. These are just some dried herbs that oh, I know what this one is. This is one of my favorites. It's tarragon. Because it's so early in the season, I don't have these actually growing yet. But it's okay to use dried herbs. And you know what's one last cool thing I'm going to tell you? Group them in a little pouch. Make a little cheesecloth. I almost said cheesecake. I can tell what's on my mind. But a little cheesecloth pouch. Put some herbs in there. Dunk them when you're making a soup or something and swirl them around, and then you can take it out. You don't have to leave leaves in your food, but you'll get wonderful flavor. So thanks for writing in about that. If you have any questions about anything, put them in the comment box. I might make you your own video. Tell your friends to subscribe. You know these are posted every weekday, so it's really fun to open your email and boom, there's Joni Hilton in your box again. I'm your YouTube mom. Thanks for watching, and visit my website, Joni, Joni, Hilton.com. See you next time.